Good morning, happy Sunday, and we're ready to talk some football. But, this only comes around once a year, and while we are predominantly talking NFL football, this was a holiday week. And yeah, we had Thanksgiving football, and it was great and everything. But there was one thing that has concretely set its course, which throughout the dialogue of the game that looms in such a big week like this, everybody keeps saying you really can't win one without the other. You got to win this rivalry and then you win the championship. Otherwise, there's always this thing that gets to loom. And, no matter the personality that was inquired, would you rather beat Michigan or win the national championship? Would you rather beat Ohio State or win the national championship? And every answer revolved around you got to win both, because then there's no doubts. And something was secured this weekend, which is the Les Wexner's Ohio State football team was inevitably going to take the championship. But at least now we get to do it with no doubts that a cheating football team is nothing but a skid mark when they cannot cheat.
Yeah. I gotta say it feels like I've won twice. It feels like I've really won twice this weekend.
Why is that?
I got to watch Dave Portnoy crocodile tear his way out of this one and tried to discredit any way he can without fully sitting through the entirety of the game to watching that belt to, which I'm not even going to censor myself, belt to ass that came to Michigan, which just felt so good.
Just check out, did you see this? So, of course, Jermaine Matthews, which is just classic.
Yep.
Leaving the center. We didn't plant a flag.
Dude, I'm telling
Belt
you.
to ass. Swing.
And that's, what an ad. I want to talk about the Saiyan kid real quick.
Sure.
You talk about starting, again, I think for majority of Ohio State fans, we did look at the first 5 minutes of the game and go, maybe. That kid threw that pick. Again, this kid's like, he started what this whole year?
What is he, 19, 20 years old?
That kid was so unfazed. He threw that pick and looked at him like, I gave you that. I gave you it. Now you're going to take this. Very dumb. That, honestly, I'm being completely honest. That kid might be the best quarterback Ohio State's ever had.
You think?
Yes. That kid is ridiculously good. He's so, like, the moment never seemed too big. It never seemed too big against Texas. It never seemed too big against Michigan. Like, that kid's from California. And now I'm going to shit on the Michigan kid because, one, I want to shit on that program. And two, I think they completely overpaid for just some pretty mediocre kid. Again, he is a freshman. He could get better. But I want to go after the kid a little bit because he talked a lot of smack about Ohio State the entirety of the year. Kid was on Rich Eisen's show like 10 months ago, like talking crap at LeBron, saying like, oh, Ohio State's already going to lose. Couldn't wait to see how this game was going to go out. That kid's from Detroit. That is a Michigan kid.
We're not Detroit.
He's a northerner, right? We have our California sunshine kid from California all the way out, come out and play Ohio State. Looked a little cold for one of the quarterbacks yesterday. Looked like the elements kind of, made him a little stiff. Not the California kid, though. No. Yeah. Your homegrown Michigan kid, your number one recruited quarterback.
Worth millions.
Literally, it's like a record-breaking deal. They got him to go there. I think Tom Brady gave him money as well. Dave Portnoy put $3 million in. I tweeted at Dave yesterday, you spent how much on this kid? Ask for a refund. This is awful. I want him to start the next 3 years against Ohio State against his team because I literally, my game plan was going into this game. It's like everybody always says, if you win the run game, you win this game. We're Ohio State. We throw. We're the SEC team in the Big Ten. Throw on these guys. It's what you should have done last year, and you didn't. You tried to outrun them, and you lost. This year, they did the opposite. This kid that looks like he's 12, that's our quarterback, he's going to throw all over you. He's going to throw up and down this field. He's going to throw to guys deep, short, left, right, center. I don't care. Going to throw over a kid. And then Matt Patricia did the smart thing. Looked right at that quarterback like you did Arch Manning and said, you have to beat us. Not your running game, because we're going to stuff that. You guys had like what, 3 big running plays the whole game, and that was about it. Which realistically was about it. That kid's got to beat us. And which, come to think of it, that kid's paid like $3 million this year. He has like 10 passing touchdowns the whole year. That's it. If you look at that kid's stat line, you'd be like, how much did they pay this kid? How much? And again, still a freshman, still a young kid. Oh, awful. It was great. It was great watching because it was just like the Michigan man thing. They have their own, and I get it. We're the Ohio State because we are the Ohio State. We're better than you. We're better than you. We've been historically better than you. The reason why Dave Portnoy says, oh, you can't win the national championship, it doesn't count if you can't be Michigan, because you guys never win the national championship unless you cheat. As far as my life has been, Lloyd Carr's was what, before I was born? So you've won my whole lifetime with a cheating asterisk allegation like the Barry Bond home run record? And I'm supposed to sit here and be like, oh, no wonder it means so much to you when you guys say that, because this is your Super Bowl. We're your Super Bowl. We're your conference team, and we're your
We
Super
are
Bowl.
your entire league.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I look at the Big Ten and I go, what is the Big Ten without Ohio State? Now, bringing in Oregon and now becoming like the Big 13.
The Big 20. The Big 20.
Like, it's like, okay. But you know what? If we left, it changes everything.
Oh, yeah.
And if Michigan left, it hurts in only that we love having a spanking partner.
Could you imagine?
We want to spank you.
Could you imagine if we like decided to become an independent team? Notre Dame would
Like
be like,
Notre-
that's us. No, we're the best independent team. And we'd be like, oh, no, we'll be an
Oh,
independent
no, that's
team.
our thing now.
We'll be an independent team and still play Big Ten teams and still put belt to ass to them. And we're now the best independent team because it's not you guys.
It never will be.
It never will be you guys. You guys get to call yourself that.
That's
and
what I
get
mean.
a
So I
playoff
look at
spot.
Michigan. It's like, okay, one, you're probably looking at the Big Ten. We're a shell of what we used to be. We're still good. We're still dominant. Boy, is the SEC been humbled once the NIL kind of leveled the playing field across the board. But there's tiers to this thing, and you're seeing it for what it is now. Illuminati money, the rest of you. Les Wexner, you don't have, we literally know Victoria's Secret. You don't.
And it's not even just that. We had this culture, but it's not even
Oh,
fully
dude,
that.
we're
It's like,
everywhere. We're the most. I go to law school in Pennsylvania, and I meet the Paul Brown, right? And he looks at me and he's like, I hate Ohio State more than any team. And I'm like, whoa, Toto's not in Ohio anymore. What, how could you hate Ohio State? And he's like,
Toto's not.
he's like, they're everywhere and they're relentless. They ruined Santa Claus for children.
Hey.
Like, that was last year. Santa Claus ain't real. We are everywhere.
It's like they hate. I hate Ohio State. The Ohio State.
We own a word.
Yeah, we own the. It depends what the definition
word.
of is.
Literally, it's called The Game. Half of the title is ours.
Yeah. I don't know. This whole like Michigan thing. It's like, listen, I got it in recent years. It should be a rivalry. It should be like an every other year. It switches off. By the way, when they say we haven't beaten them in 5 years, yeah, your team pitched out in 2020 and decided to opt out of that game. But we don't bring that one up enough because, we gave you it. We literally gave you it. Literally, we were supposed to play Michigan, and Jim Harbaugh was like, I don't want to play that.
I
don't wanna do- and then he
I'd
came
have
back-
to triple mask.
And then he came back winning, and we were like, what's going on here? And then, I guess there was a cheating allegation. We're just going to sweep this one under the rug. Yeah. I'm never going to let that live that.
Oh,
I'm
you
never
can't.
gonna let him live that down.
Because
I'm really not.
here's the thing. You can't reach those heights without it. And the proof's in the pudding.
We've reached those heights. We don't need to cheat.
We've soared beyond it.
Yeah.
You can't come back.
Yeah.
This is unfamiliar territory once again because you can't reach this level without cheating.
A year ago today, not to cut you off, but like, let me just give Ryan Day his kudos. A year ago today, they were saying Fire Ryan Day. Literally in a single calendar year, in 2025, national championship, undefeated team, belt to ass Michigan, going back to the playoffs. At least he doesn't. Now, the only thing he could add now is Big Ten champion. That's the only other thing he could add.
Literally cannot.
And I'm going to put out a prediction here. I think we're going to put belt to ass to Indiana. I really do.
Here's a comment my dad made to me yesterday that I kind of can't deny there's some truth behind. I do think we're on a momentum, and I do think this is a team that is stronger than ever before. But we're all very human. And my dad's like, at some point, if they're going to lose one, they're going to lose one here soon. And I'd much rather them lose the Big Ten championship than, something within the playoffs. So it depends on what version of us shows up. If it's a version that's like, well, you clearly need it today, well, then I'm not praying for the miracle that time because we're going to need to save our miracles. But if it's one of those, we come in, which I do. I'm not trying to broadcast a jinx. You made a comment. I'm kind of just incongruency. I'd be more surprised if we're not a dominant force. Las Vegas is going to make their money in the first half. It's going to be tight. But then,
for me, here's the biggest reason why our defense is stout. Like, it's just like stout. We haven't had a kid.
I was surprised Michigan was able to do as much as they were able to.
And they got 9 points. And they threw for 6.
Yeah, I agree. But there were some where they caught our coverage with their pants down.
Like 1 or 2. Alex.
Yeah, no,
they averaged.
Couldn't get double digits. I agree.
Our defense averaged 7 points a game. Like, that is a crazy stat line. Like, that's one of those, like, that's like, I hear what you're saying, but that's, to me, it's like, boy, we're trying to nitpick a great defense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're trying to find, like, the chink in the armor. Sorry, probably can't say that, but whatever. But
they don't play football.
Yeah. But, like, I'm just thinking, like, I'm looking at this Mendoza, and I'm looking at Indiana historically, and I'm thinking at them in the prior years. Yes, they're a better team. I think our defense is better this year than it was last year. We won a national championship. I think we have a better quarterback this year than we did last year. We won a national championship.
Plus their coach is a giant walking soap opera. So, Yeah.
And again, he's another one. Give us kudos. He's had nothing but success everywhere he's gone. He's turned Indiana into a top
That's true.
team, and like, I view them as like the 2 best teams. This is a game I've been looking forward to the most, but I'm really getting the Nick Saban Alabama dynasty vibes from this Buckeyes.
I'm feeling it right here. I'm seeing you've got at least 2 more years of this following this.
As long as this kid's your quarterback, you're going to be a top 3 team.
Yes.
And
they'll start staging the runner-ups behind it. But with all that being considered, the domination that was long awaited and long overdue made for quite a cinematic weekend. I mean,
snow game,
right? Dude, it was gorgeous.
I don't think that spread for the next games.
I love this video so much.
In the big house.
That's right. Just a giant dome.
Notice
in
none
the
of us
ground.
are trying to plant a flag. We're going to celebrate
Nope.
with our fans.
Nope, exactly. And we've alluded to it of anybody that had maybe been up to a little bit of mischief. The only person that was up to some mischief on that field was Brutus. I just love this video so much. And they're playing dun, 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 dun. And because of it, we took over the stadium. I love doing this to them. That's it. Daddy's home. And so while Will pointed out, we went and celebrated with our fans. This is a fantastic moment.
Oh, this is a great look.
Yeah. We're all celebrating, and the losers gon' lose.
You're not gonna plant your flag, as we're just like out chilling, with, like partying it up.
Yeah, we've got more football to play.
Oh, boys,
are you guys done?
Oh, now you want to fight? What happened in the last 3 hours?
Say, give your hugs and kisses goodbye to the seniors. That's it. Adios.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic.
It's also, not to add insult to injury, it's amazing now watching JJ McCarthy absolutely suffer in the NFL. It just is. It's just like, oh yeah, you cheated for your national championship, and now you can't cheat in the NFL, and you're dog shit.
Oof.
I don't feel bad. I really do not feel bad.
So transitioning from college, we'll be talking about some NFL here, but closing out the college football consideration, we open up the NFL season, or the NCAA season, with Lee Corset getting his final game, giving a big old kudos and cheers to Buckeye Nation, and choosing the victor once again for his final time. They got a little interview with Lee, and with all the chaos of this weekend, a weekend that he would have been central to, they're like, how's it going without football? How's on Saturdays?
What has this season been like? Because it's the first one out of college football for you in what's probably felt like forever. What has it been like for you?
Lousy. I hate it. I can't watch College Game Day. I mean, I just can't get used to it. I'm not working anymore. I used to fly all over and see, but it sucks.
Well, cheers, Lee, because we love you. We miss you. Definitely ain't the same without you. We know what head you would have put on if given the opportunity. And I can't imagine.
It's still like the smart decision to retire. It's like,
you gotta.
Age, like too old.
Well,
like,
at this, look, have us long for you.
Yeah.
Don't have us be like, get the guy. Like,
yeah, we don't want to.
Well, who's the guy that does the New Year's Eve thing?
Oh,
Dick Clark. There was a certain part where it was like, I know it's named after him, but like, please stop.
He's gonna say something.
Please stop making the new year uncomfortable. Like, now I'm not psyched we're a year older.
He's gonna say something and it's gonna be weird.
No. He couldn't even get that. It was like Muhammad Ali. It was just like, it's like, okay, why are we entertaining the pudding?
Yeah, you should be eating it.
Exactly. And you know what? You've made me out to be the bad guy for pointing it out. Now, who's the real villain here?
Yeah.
So, getting to the NFL, he did it. The guy, the one, the chosen. The chosen. Shador. And yet, all of the poor, victimized, oppressed black athletes like Anka, Shay, they're all still so upset because Shador just can't get his flowers. And it's clearly because he's black. But I've been saying this forever. Nobody has literally check the tapes. Good thing we've been talking about this now for a couple years. You could see there's nobody exclaiming Stefanski is worse after a game giving a team speech. There's no one exclaiming that more than me. But boy, are those of the melanin type quite offended by this after game speech. Post game speech.
Stayed resilient together like I told you we needed to, right? Stay resilient together, and we fought together. How about Gage's big punt return on special teams? How about Corey? Every single time you're out there pinning those guys doing your job. Great call. Offense wasn't perfect. How about that big play by Sam at the end? IB, huge play. Q, huge play. Harold making a big play. And then another rookie making his first start. Nice job, Shador. Well done.
That's all he gets? That's all he gets?
Old saying, save the best for last. How about that fucking defensive performance? Is what I have to say about that. 10 sacks by our defense.
Yeah.
Okay? I got one ball in my hand. Okay, I got a guy, he's got to get a cold every week. Okay? He had a cold this week. Wasn't feeling himself. 3 sacks, which gives him 18 on the season through 11 games, which breaks his own Browns record. Myles Garrett. Come on, man.
Listen, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm really...
Hey, I'll see you Wednesday!
I'm really not trying to be insensitive.
Wednesday?
Yeah, dude. I was listening to...
It's Tuesday.
I was listening to an ex-NFL player say you're practically a stay-home dad when you're playing in the NFL. Anyway, I'm not even going to go down that road. Keeping on the piggyback of that speech, we're not supposed to say this, but the grass is green, the sky is blue. He literally gave kudos to like 12 black guys and then was like, Shador, you did a thing. And then continued to give the game ball to another black guy. And then they're like, this racist-ass coach just keep forgetting the rookie. Okay. Now, there's a lot of things at play here. Stefanski's an ass clown. Starts and ends there.
We've been very consistent with that fact.
Yeah,
also, for like
it has
years.
nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with he sucks. And all of his speeches are terrible. But also, I want to throw something out in the mix.
Yeah, put it
Could
out there.
this be an element at play? Because speaking of an evil white quarterback, Colt McCoy, who also had to deal with such a shitty organization and went on to have a pretty solid, just back second string. I'm going to ride this off into the sunset. Solid career.
If you told me he was still in the league, I'd believe it.
Yeah,
He's
boom. That
probably
was
still
Colt
out there.
McCoy's existence.
He's
And
probably
yet,
still out there.
what we kept being told was Colt McCoy can't be coached because his whole career, his coaching was by his father. So his father coached him and just followed him up. And we know people that have experienced that. So you look at it and you're like, I could see how that has an impact on a player's development. So then I caught this post-game interview of a Colorado game.
First time I've ever watched him play without me on the sideline.
I don't know why it's so quiet.
Seen him play without me coaching him, so that was strange, but it was good and it was healthy.
So I know that one was quiet to hear. So what he says is, this is the first game that I had to just watch.
Yeah.
I'm in a loge and just watching. Couldn't impact it at all. Think about that.
Yeah.
So this is Shador's first time ever being coached. And so
This is something
heaven
I've said for
forbid,
years.
the shock. He's left offended when he actually gets coached by someone who doesn't have to worry about the drive home and you telling mom, and I'm nice. I love you. You're my kid. This is a stranger. Wait, you can't talk to me like that. And you glow in the night like a ghost, you white person. You don't get to talk to me like that. My dad doesn't even talk to me like that, even though I'm paid for this role. But that's its own thing. Anyway, I feel like we're kind of experiencing a kid's development catch up to him. Where like his whole youth, he's had his father's coaching, and that changes the dynamic. And that's why this is felt so much more offensive. But Dylan Gabriel, he's not out here being like, oh yeah, he's picking favorites. Or, but some would say that's because he's getting the benefit. It is interesting though, when like Unk, he's got a lot of exposure. He gets to speak to a lot of people across the league. Here's an interesting take from the one and only Kareem Hunt.
Under Kevin Stefanski when you were in Cleveland. Obviously, you hear all the criticism about the Shador and not getting an opportunity. What type of coach is Stefanski? Give the people, because a lot of people don't really know what he's like, and we haven't really talked to anybody that's ever played under Stefanski. So give us a glimpse of what he's like to play for, what's his coaching style like, kind of what practice is like, what's going on.
Honestly, Coach Stefanski, he's a great coach, man. He's definitely a player's coach, man. When he first got there in 2020, man, he changed the game. I'm pretty sure he won Coach of the Year that year. We went to the playoffs. We actually got to see the Chiefs in the playoffs that year. I mean, it's just one of those things.
And then the league cheated, but we're not talking about that.
I don't know, we just leadership, man. Everybody, is different. Coach Reed and Coach Stefanski, man, everybody respect. He gonna put his foot down. So if Big Red say something to you, man, he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He definitely a player's coach. He's fun, but when he says something, he means it. So all jokes aside,
he's not gonna sugarcoat anything, man. He gonna tell you straight up, you like it or not. I got a lot of respect for Coach in a way, but I've been on both sides of it, and sometimes those players need it. The best players need it. It don't matter who you are. Everybody getting treated the same way.
Bill Belichick.
He
never played favorites with Brady. It was it's clearly Brady, but it's he was always hard on Brady.
Which you got.
Tom never took it personally.
Right, because he's a player. He's an athlete. He gets it.
A first round, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, everybody getting held to the same standard.
Mm-hmm.
When you fumbled that ball, what did Rand say? What did Andy say? Did he say anything to you?
He just gave me that look. He knew how I feel. Yeah. He didn't even have to say nothing to me.
Right.
He knew how I felt. I was run through
he knows.
a wall, and then at the time of the game, man, I couldn't believe it, man. I'm like, man, I might have cost us.
So it's funny.
Man,
People closest to this, they don't think there's something conniving going on. It's just players playing ball. Let them play ball. Stop trying to read things into this that aren't there. And maybe, like, here's what I'll say. Here's a kid that hasn't really had the stage. He filled the role. Do I think, he was this shining star? It's tough to do. It's tough to do, off a first start anyway.
Played all right.
But he held the role. Yeah. And that's all I'm asking for at this point, especially when the game clearly, our team clearly gave up. Yeah. We're tossing in the towel for a draft pick. What's funny is a game like this, with all things considered, we were playing Las Vegas, really dookie team, opportunity to win. This would be the one game that gets Deshaun on the sideline.
Welcome.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about. I really do.
He wanted a free trip to Vegas on the team's dime.
100%. He was like, this is the first time we've seen him all season, Las Vegas. Seriously. So on brand. But keeping on with the consideration of coaches, you were bringing up some past great coaches. People keep floating this out there, and I'm telling you, there's not enough money in the world that would make this is so beyond worth it. This is the Deshaun Watson deal times 10, in my opinion. You gave him $300 million. Give Coach Gruden $600 million to be our coach. And anyway, here is his take on what's going on in Cleveland.
A ridiculous stat I don't have in front of me that Cleveland Brown quarterbacks, their first start were like 0-748. Shador comes in with this circus around him and beats up on the Raiders. Your Raiders are pathetic, Coach. You said you wanted to put a fork in your eyes watching them. Can you read anything into Shador, who, by the way, after the game, he kind of did his version of, we're talking about practice? Imagine a year of practice. I'll be dangerous. What did we think of Shador's first start, Coach?
I would pump the brakes on that a little bit. The throw we keep watching was against an all-out blitz. The Browns don't even pick up the blitz. It's a horrible blitz by the Raiders because they don't contain a right-handed quarterback. They let him out to his right. He made a great throw. But I'm not going to jump off the table yet because he threw a bubble screen for a 70-yard touchdown against the worst entry I've ever seen on defense. They relied on the Wildcat. They relied on their defense to win that game yesterday. And you're right, that was as bad a Raider performance on offense as I've ever seen. But Shador did get the win. But I don't think those other 17 or 18 quarterbacks that lost faced a team that played that poorly.
I'm with him. I completely agree. If we're being objective, if Shador played all right, if you look at his stat line, you'd be like, yeah, that's all right. That's it. And that's totally fair to just have that criticism and be like, yeah, for me, how'd he play? Good enough to start another game. That's about it. I look back, and I'm just going to pick on my guy, like Baker. Baker's first start
was
played
great.
The same team, the Raiders. We lost 42-45. That was on a team that I was like, when did we ever score more than 40 points?
Yeah.
And we still lost in typical Browns fashion because our defensive coordinator.
Was Drew Brees still playing? I feel like
he retired.
No,
I think he was.
He was still playing at that time, but that was New Orleans. We were playing the Raiders. You were playing Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah. It was Derek Carr.
Literally, they were both starting against the same team, but it's like you're playing against the Raiders, who was like a playoff team. We lost 42-45. And Baker had a pretty solid game. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 280 yards. And then I look at Shador's first start. It's like, and people are like, oh, you don't just say it's just the Raiders. No. It is just the Raiders. You're playing an awful team.
Can I float one thing out there for consideration?
Sure.
My position would be, no matter how much of a recluse and danger to the locker room Odell was, that starting season, Jarvis, some of the other like
Oh, you mean Hugh
opportunity-
Jackson, his first year?
not Hugh. I would say people.
Stefanski.
I'm talking about receivers. So looking at again,
You had a bit more.
Odell, you definitely do with Jarvis. Judy is dog shit.
Well, yeah.
That dude should not be on any football team, let alone our wide receiver one.
Judy would be cut on majority of the other leagues. I think if you're at this point arguing he'd be a wide receiver 2 on other teams, I just think it's just delusional Brown fan base. You just want to believe in your guys. But it's like he's like people are like, oh, he had a great year last year. It always reminds me of like Deshaun. It's like, yeah, his numbers look great when you're losing because you're always throwing. You know, I want to see how good his numbers look when they're 12-5, and it's like, oh, he put up 40 touchdowns.
Yeah, look at Amari Cooper.
Look at not even just that. It's
as soon as you went on a team that didn't need that, wasn't pulling from behind and dumping it. Oh, his value went to wide receiver 1 to 2 to 3.
Stephon Diggs, another one after Buffalo. It's like, yeah, he was never quite wide receiver 1 again. You know, like that's kind of the thing, and it's like that's why when it's like, yes, Shador doesn't have weapons. What do you have? You have something Baker and none of these other quarterbacks had in recent years. You have the best defense in the league. It's almost embarrassing that we haven't won more games when you have the best defense in the league. And this game we most recently won. Here's what I'll say. Shador played a really good game. He played a good game. I won't even say really good. He played a good game. He had some pretty big throws. He had a horrible interception, which I will say right off the bat, Dylan Gabriel would not have thrown that ball. Now, this isn't me advocating for Dylan to play. This is just I want to look at Shador and be like, what did you see there? Did you not see the 3 guys right there? Like they were right there. Like you looked the receiver down before you threw the ball. Now he had 2 great deep ball throws. The one, Judy's an idiot and fumbled. Then you had the other really, really good throw. What I did notice, we got into the red zone twice. Stefanski pulled you twice and ran Wildcat. Yeah. I did take notice of that. He doesn't trust you in the short yardage situations. You want to know why? Because you
just run backwards.
It's not even that. You so easily threw that pick. Yeah. That pick was awful. That pick was one of the, again, for my bet, it was great. But like when he threw that ball, I was just like, what was that? Like that was awful. Like no one can defend what that was. And then he makes his giant throws. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting really Jameis Winston vibes, which is fine because we haven't had anything. But it's like, yeah, I need to see more starts out of him. Because if you were to ask me today, how do I think it's going to go? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I really have no idea.
I don't think it's going to go well, but I think that's more of kudos to the 49ers than anything else.
And Brown's pessimism.
Yeah, that's true. But it is funny. You bring up a very special football player that means something to us here, but also he has just warmed up the whole league's hearts that he's just becoming just everybody's favorite player. And he had an incredible moment this past weekend. Jameis taking the torch for the Giants.
Dude.
Big dog with a receiving touchdown.
One of the coolest plays I've ever
This
seen.
is incredible. Jameis, stiff arm.
He said,
Get it, baby girl.
I even like the celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But my man.
Too bad they lost because, boy, we played
Who
a great
can,
game. He
it
played a
is
great
funny.
game.
It is funny because he's trying not to be so thrilled about that play because it is like, yeah, we still lost. But this moment in the post-game interview with him and Russ, and it's great.
Russell Wilson sent me a picture of doing the Heisman.
Look at those gloves.
In like a little.
My dude is giving you a fun speech with OJ gloves after dunking the end zone.
GIF. I think it's called a GIF. And I did the Heisman. And we got in the end zone. We just didn't win.
He really is a character.
We got to win.
Just like
He really is.
got to win. But I got it in a GIF.
But that's the thing. It's like at this point, it's like here's the thing. I don't know what Shador is going to end up doing. If he ends up having a career like Jameis Winston, dude, good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, good for you.
Dude, Jameis is taking his kids across the country, Swenson's Burgers. Now we're living in New York. It's just literally a family vacay. Everywhere we go, I'm a millionaire. The world loves me. Yeah. The production companies can't hesitate to throw a microphone in my hand and give me an opportunity to host the red carpet or whatever and just have fun. Yeah. Shador, that's your wheelhouse. You're charismatic. I gotta say, he's charismatic. He's good looking. What's his brother? Shiloh.
Shiloh.
He's got even more of a personality.
Yeah.
When you get those two together, That shit's fun. It's like Shador. Just don't piss in the hands that are feeding you. You are being served a lifetime, like a lifestyle. Look at Tim Tebow. Here's a guy that, okay, isn't in it for entertainment, right? Like some of the others aforementioned. He's focused on his religion and his path. He's liberating trafficked kids. Like that's my focus. It's like, well, damn, dude, kudos. But he had a solid career. Honestly, his career was probably better in college than it was in the NFL. And you're still a prized human. Somebody you brought up earlier before the show, Brady Quinn.
Yeah, another one.
So, like, Will was talking about, what are you doing having Dave Portnoy talking with someone like Brady Quinn
and Matt Leinart, and he's like debating him.
I'm
like
looking at Brady Quinn. Yes. So, as the point I was making, I have Brady Quinn. I'm looking at my dad. I go, there's literally no more perfect human than this guy. Like, solid college career. You lived a football career. The Browns can't serve you much, but you know what? You kept it afloat as best you could, and you never got yourself in any trouble. You never ran your mouth. You just stood the line, and now you are a prized commentator. And you look at him, and it's like, this is a damn good-looking guy that has gotten in no trouble ever. Just a perfect person.
Probably has made a ton of money. You get to talk about football. And then
you're at the greatest games, front row.
Then this other 6 months of the year, you don't even got to work.
Yep.
Like, it's a great gig.
So it's like Shador. I don't care how shitty Stefanski is. I really don't care how much the deck is stacked against you starting. The world is your oyster. You're 22.
Yeah.
Like, literally, a comment that we made that we're not allowed to really point out enough, but we should. Lamar Jackson has a white turtleneck that could fold up into a hood. That's what he's got on in a playing combat football sport. And then here's Shador with a 2-inch thick chain. It's like, brother, this is your future. You're going to be whipping chains and partying. Like, just don't be stupid. Like, accept it for what it is. If Stefanski is making this tough for you, and maybe your career doesn't pan out as the quarterback starting NFL legend, just accept that I'm still going to be relevant. I'm still going to be a millionaire, and I could go down 50 different lanes. You could literally play Fortnite for the rest of your life. Just Twitch stream. You'll be bigger than Ninja. So I guess more than anything, you can only ruin the potential future opportunity, whether it's in football or anything else. So I don't know. As far as the 49ers game goes, I really don't see this being.
I just want to see if the kid can make plays like he did last week and limit the mistakes. Like, that's all you're hoping to see.
Here's what I predict. My prediction is going to be, we're going to be able to hold up at first defense-wise, but McCaffrey's going to just dunk on us. They're going to get some passes off. And we're not going to keep the defense off the field long enough to keep this game afloat. And so because the offense stretches will be short, the defense is going to get tired quick. And no matter how well they could potentially do, I think you're going to see exhaustion take its toll on the defense. And
it's like every bad game the defense has kind of had this year is mainly just like a result of them being on the field so often and your offense not being able to sustain drives. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to just see. Is like, Shador, keep some drives going, get some scores. Just don't turn the ball over. Like, you yourself cannot turn the ball over. You can't be throwing them the ball.
Doug says otherwise, but we'll get to our bets.
It's like last week. You gave him one pick, but it's like your defense is good enough that it's going to still keep you in the game and give you more opportunities with the ball. It'd be one thing if it's like you went out there and threw 3 picks. It's like, you could do one. As Julian saying, I could give you one. I'll give you that one. I'm going to go throw 3 touchdowns now. You know, that's what you're hoping to see.
So as far as the league goes, one thing that I do, reviewing the last week, we've got the 49ers coming up, and a little incident that happened during the 49ers game that I think is just truly pathetic. And after we have Jamar Chase loogieing in people's faces, spitting across the league, it's just getting worse and worse.
Wow, right in the penis.
That is the medical term.
I actually didn't see this. That's crazy.
Dude, what is going on with the ghettoizing of the league? Like, we really are experiencing the fall off because this is just, look at that. Boom.
Now, do you think it's a fall off or do you think it's football getting back to its original ways?
No, because original ways was like, you know, the Mean Joe Green, just like, I'm going to give you a good old punch. And the punch was at least like at a helmet or, you know, your head.
Okay,
This is ghetto. Like, just like, yo, what the This is street rules, my
You're
hitter.
gonna have the ump out there going forward. He's like, none of these,
Yeah.
none of those. You know?
So yeah, we're experiencing the ghettoizing of the league, and you know, Shador, you don't need to be a part in it. So let's get to our predictions, our review. Because we really got to get to Doug drinking and our parlay picks so people can get in on them. Good luck, Doogie. All right, looking at our Thursday games, man, they killed me for fantasy. I really got duped. Packers-Lions turned out to be a great game. Packers came out as I would have totally suspected.
Honestly, great day of Thanksgiving game.
You know what? If I got one comment to have about this game, I am doubling down on something that now has been a theme throughout our seasons, and it's degrading the Lions coach. You whiny, sappy bitch. Like, dude, I'm tired of seeing you crying. I might be here loud screaming how shitty Stefanski is at giving speeches in the locker room. You are a crybaby bitch that literally the first time I saw you cry was the peak of the Lions, and every season you're just getting lesser and lesser from that point. So, I'm losing faith in the Lions, and it's starting at the top. But that's just me. And I feel vindicated when I see a Thanksgiving tear fest once again. Chiefs-Cowboys. This was a great game. We knew it was going to be, and I'm shocked. The league let the Cowboys win.
I got to come to the Chiefs' defense. If they could get rid of the zebras are helping them allegations, because there were calls in that game where I was like, oh,
I know.
They're not helping them.
Well, you know, it felt like who's the Cowboys owner?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones looked very comfortable. I don't know if you saw the clips they just kept cutting to him. Brother looked comfortable.
Oh yeah,
he knew where this was going. He felt comfy.
And here's the thing: what's the difference between the Chiefs this year and last year? It's like last year they were 11-0 in one-score games. This year you're not. You're like 500. Look at your 500 record. You know, that's how quickly football could kind of change for you and stuff like that. So it's like, it's one of those things. As far as the Chiefs team, like the way Mahomes and Kelsey are handling it, they're handling it just fine. Their fans, they're like Michigan fans right now. They're like in disarray. They're like blaming everybody but the fact that, hey, you guys are just not finishing games in the fourth quarter. That's it. Simply it. It's not a complicated issue here.
No, you're right. You're right. Well, and some of the guys are getting old. Like your Travis Kelce is Gronk.
Yeah.
Gronk's getting tired, getting big and old. Shit happens. Now, what turned out to be the bigger game of the weekend that totally shocked me, this Bengals-Ravens game was a blast.
Joe Burr, he's back.
Holy
baby.
cow.
He was back, baby.
It took a little bit of time to get out of the cum, but boy, that second half, it was like.
And Lamar plays how Lamar can play sometimes.
He was scrappy. He was out there.
Lamar was awful. He was
awful. You know what?
He was awful. He
No,
threw like 3 picks.
Yeah.
He fumbled twice.
But to sit there and pretend like he doesn't look impressive, like those are terrible numbers. Dude, he is such a playmaker. But it comes back to every conversation we have about Lamar, which is you can't deliver.
Well, it's superhero.
You're not
superhero ball in these big games when the spotlight's on, he will have.
And you've got Flowers and Derrick Henry. You've got such a great offense.
Dude, Flowers is on one of my fantasy teams. He had 1 catch for 1 yard.
Nothing last week.
Like, it was an awful game by Baltimore. Like, it really, and like, it's an awful game by Baltimore, and it's like Joe's first game back. It's like, he's still Joe. Joe could sling the damn ball. Like, it's like, it really did. And for a game that started off slow, like it was low scoring, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, Cincy popped off. And then Lamar, he and Josh will do it. They'll both just have games like that.
I agree. All right. Then we had the Bears, the Eagles. I was shocked the Bears came out the way they did.
I'm I'm not.
That
shocked.
screwed me,
Like,
by the way.
It's a good game. Like it's a good two good teams.
Having
playing each other.
Saquon.
But that was the thing. It's like there's something so. I think the Eagles fired their offensive coordinator after this game. Like there's something, or like demoted him. Like there's something off with them offensively. Because at the end of the day, it's like gave up like 24 points. Like this is still a winnable game. Like especially for good teams, it's like offensively awful.
That shit hurt. My fantasy team got cooked this week. Anyway, Sunday. Let's get to it. Sunday. Rams, Panthers. This is going to be a good game.
Rams.
Do not get it twisted. The Rams are going to win. If I had to put my money on someone, I'm definitely
putting my money on them.
I'm sure you are literally. But if I had to lean one way, it's definitely the Rams. But do not get surprised when this is a better game than you suspect. I think this might also surprise you. It's going to be a little bit closer, but 49ers are going to wallop the Browns, in my opinion.
I think it's going to be like a 20 to 16 game. I think it's going to be like because it's just our defense. I think if as long as Shador doesn't do his turnovers thing.
This is the next game, though. Reality. I was shocked how close Vegas has this game. I was shocked. Should be the Colts 10 times over. But the Texans that have caught a second wind in this second half of the season. Whoa.
You want to know why? It's like Daniel Jones wasn't. They didn't decide if he was starting till Friday, even playing. There's something up with his forearm or something like that. I don't know if it's his throwing arm or not, but it's that's probably why the line's closer than you think it'd be.
Yeah.
I'm still going to take the Colts, but that was it. He wasn't. It was Friday or Saturday. They were he's going to play.
Can we agree that we're shocked the Dolphins record, one, is better than the Browns, but is what it is? Holy cow.
Yeah, honestly,
and they're going to get another one today.
They're probably going to get another one today. Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy.
They're going to end up 5-7.
Whoa.
Yeah. And you know what?
5-7.
I hope they win the next two games just for the bit. If the Miami Dolphins get the 6-7, we have to do a segment about their comeback.
Oh, yeah.
How did this unlikely team get back to 6-7?
Did you know Fortnite just transitioned from chapter 6 to chapter 7, and they milked that?
Why wouldn't they?
At the event yesterday. Milked it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 6-7. Falcons, Jets.
Boy, this game sucks.
Nah.
You literally have
Let's go Jets.
Look at the back-to-back games: 2-9 versus 4-7, and 4-7 versus 2-9. I honestly, I want the Jets.
I'm going the Jets. I want the Jets. They deserve it.
Cards, Bucks need a win here. They need a win.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be a tough-ass game for them.
I think it's going to be tight because Baker's still hurt.
Yeah.
They gave him the start. So, Bucky Irving.
Can I be real with you, though? That's what's crazy about the genetic nature of Baker. Mm-hmm. These are the games he comes in the toughest.
Oh, yeah.
The ones where it's dude, my ankle is cocked right. I'm pissed.
Comes in with an eye patch. But here's the thing, though. It's they're 6-5. They're still leading their division. Their last 7 games or 6 games, I could see them going 6-0 or 4-2 at worst. And it's because their gauntlet's done. You finally did it, and now your guys are healthy again. It's you guys are in the driver's seat.
But I got to tell you, Jacoby shows that he is a solid QB for this team, and they've got the players around him that they've held up against some pretty tough teams. That record does not reflect how long they've held on in these
Arizona
past
can go
weekends.
out there and score 40 points or score 6.
Well, is Trey Benson coming back this week?
He's back. He was back last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get to the final 1:00 game. Jags, Titans. Jags. Easy.
That game sucks.
Let's get to the 4:00 ones. Vikings, Seahawks. Seahawks are going to wallop
win
the
by
fight.
2 touchdowns because JJ McCarthy is literally public enemy number 1 to me. I think he's awful. When he came out with his own nickname, I'm 9.
Yuck.
That's the amount of points you can only put up.
I agree. Raiders, Chargers. It better be the Chargers.
If it's not the Chargers, fire Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
Did you not see the game last week?
Big oof. All right, Bills, Steelers. This is gonna be a tight game. This is gonna be one of the better games of the day.
I'm gonna go Bills because it should be.
We
Bills,
have to,
but I don't know. This could be a fun game.
Steelers can definitely show up and make it tough. And I agree,
Pittsburgh.
but I also got to tell you, these are two teams that are juggernauts, tough to beat. but also kind of reaching a little stale point in their season.
Well, it's a division race. You're now at the point where it's like you need to keep winning to possibly win the division because you're not leading.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately for Pittsburgh, you are because Baltimore lost, but like Buffalo, you got to keep up with New England.
Do. Yeah, but I'm going with the Bills. Want to. Sunday night game. All right. I like that we're bringing. So look, if you notice some of the other games this weekend, I like that we got a little bit of our throwback uniforms.
Yep.
But you can't really throw too far back with a team called Commanders. But they're trying.
That'd be amazing.
Throwing back to
throwing back to the hey, how
head commander. What do they call him? A chief?
Throwing it back to hey, how are you? Week.
I think I'm going with the Broncos.
What Daniels is out again.
And I do have to tell you, yeah, he is. Broncos have shown up as like they're it, man.
They're the scrappiest team to win games, not scoring 20 points.
Mm-hmm. They're it though.
And that's like the Chiefs were last year. It's like that's how they were.
I'm putting more and more faith each week on the Broncos. It's
really
like, ooh,
defense.
It is a snowball going down a hill. It's just getting bigger and badder each week. Giants, Patriots.
It should be New England, but boy, if Jackson Dart beats New England in New England, that'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
But it should be New England.
It should be New England. And that's it. No buys this week. We're finally getting to that point. Now, Doug, help us wrap up this episode. We're cutting it tight. What time is it?
12:52.
Ooh, we got 8 minutes for these folks to make money. Each week we try to make you money. We do our parlay picks of the week, and we were on a roll, but then we lost it. Dougie missed his hit with the DeAndre Swift.
I missed it big time, and of course this week it would have hit double.
I know. But we were all reluctant trolling Will when he picked Shedeur Sanders with the 1+ interception. I was so pissed that we knew that was going to hit, and both me and Doug were like, fuck you when it hit. Damn you.
I felt like I had the best response to that.
Trey McBride has been so reliable for me this year. When in doubt, Trey McBride. So we're here to make you money. Before we can do that, Doug, cut to yourself. You got to take your punishment. You lost for the folks. We want to make you money. And
doing that
that's why we do this. It's our incentive to ensure we don't flub it up each week. And Doug's out here dominating. Well done.
Dougie dominating.
Well done, Doug.
Doug, that was the quietest ice I've ever heard in my life.
And he did it quick.
Yeah, he did. Like
that was good,
perfect.
Doug, of your weeks.
Perfect form, but like, wow. I didn't hear a slurp or nothing.
So here's our parlay pick going in this week. I'm going to be going with 200+ passing yards with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, come on, against the Titans, that's in our sleep. I'm shocked he's so confident, but Las Vegas seems to also agree with him. 3+ passing touchdowns by Matthew Stafford. I mean, the Rams have been it, so I can see it happening. But the Panthers are going to be good. They're going to be good. But the Rams are probably going to win. And then Doug stole Will's winning pick. Hopefully this could get him out from taking an ice again this week. But an interception by Shedeur. At this point,
irony would be if he didn't.
Oh yeah. But I got to be honest with you. I just don't see a world where it doesn't happen.
It's like
we can win. You're still going to get a Shedeur interception.
I feel like with Shedeur, I'm like, it feels like Jameis 2.0. I don't know. I've only seen one game, and I'm like, it feels like it could be 3 touchdowns or 3 picks.
Yep.
Or both.
With that being said, guys, we appreciate you joining us. We're here live every Sunday. So be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. We got all these different shows, our podcasts, and everything else. So if you're looking for one central place where you can find all of it, it's at our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. But we close out with a good old-fashioned muck fish again. They can lick the bottoms of our shoes, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
All right, buddy.